because so few people can afford that kind of a punitive tax on a daily basis to even keep your economy functioning. Mm-hmm. So you see where this ends up. These policies all end up in the same place. It's all about control, government control of your freedom to travel. And some bureaucrat sitting in their, high atop their ivory tower somewhere, trying to get to pick the winners and losers of who gets a fast ride and who doesn't, based on whatever the politically correct mode of travel is that day. And so we're really concerned about seeing these policies. Obviously, we kind of expect them on the left coast. But what we're seeing in Texas, this is what I want our folks to understand. What we see here in Texas is they are Californiaizing our Texas through these local MPOs and these bureaucracies that are not unique to us. This is all created by the federal government from on high back in the 70s. And that's how they implement all of this nonsense on the state levels, is they use these MPOs as a way to do it. And they withhold the federal money unless you do. So that's why this huge change, this sea change that we could get through the passage of the Transportation Empowerment Act, filed by Senator Cruz, would be such a huge reform for us in the transportation and travel liberty world, because it takes away the power of that federal bureaucracy to control and implement anti-car, and to me, just anti-person, anti-people. I mean, who wants to be walking to work in 100-degree heat all summer long, where you need a shower just to walk in and go to the office and do your job? I mean, it's insane. They're bringing us back to third world country conditions by trying to say that how dare you as Americans live a middle-class life driving around in your own personal vehicle. We want you to live like people in other parts of the world that literally swim across oceans at risk of their own life to get here and have the kind of freedom that they're trying to steal from us right now.
Hey, Terry Hall. I'm out of time, Terry, of Texas Turf. Go to texasturf.org. Terry Hall, Raging Elephants Radio contributor on transportation and a mother of 10. Thanks so much, Terry. You're awesome.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We'll talk to Terry again next week. I want you to hold on. Hey, sorry about the interruption on the video stream. I have no idea what happened as far as the software is concerned. We're back up and going. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, I got it back up and running again. But up next is Gregory Parker, so don't cut the stream. Sorry about that, Saints and Patriots. It wasn't my fault. That's what President Donald would say.
Maintaining your home air conditioner is just as important as maintenance on your car. You don't know the big difference there's going to be until you've had the work done. I thought my system was working fine, but now it's better than ever. Galen Beatty did it for me, and he'll do it for you. Good servicing will not only keep your system performing well during the sweltering summers here in Houston, but it will save you money year after year. In my case, it cut my AC power consumption by 20%. Do what I did. Have Galen Beatty set up regular AC maintenance to cut your energy bill and prevent system failure at the worst time. And what's better than being comfortable and saving money? Whether you need a basic tune-up or it's time to put in a new super efficient system, you should call Beatty AC 281-222-9591. That's 281-222-9591 to schedule an AC system tune-up. Beatty AC and Heat. That's B-E-E-D-E ACandHeat.com. BeattyACandHeat.com.
Automobile aficionado, Apostle Claver here. Let me introduce you to my mechanic, an ASC certified mechanic, Andre at America's Repair in Houston. Now, you guys know I'm a former fully sponsored race car driver and I own a high performance auto. You bet I'm particular about who even touches my car. I go to America's Repair to get all my auto work done, and you should too. Andre has served Spring Branch and all of Houston for over 20 years. America's Repair will match or beat any competitor's price. All repairs come with a 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty. America's America's Repair is a complete car care and repair center. State inspection, muffler and exhaust work, wheel alignment, brake work, tune-ups, engine transmission work, auto body and paint. Great deals on oil change and AC checkup. America's Repair accepts all extended warranties. 2005 North Gessner, 1 mile north of Memorial City Mall in Katy. Wednesday is senior citizen discounts. Thursday, active military discount. Call 713-467-2001. 713-467-2001. AmericasRepair.com or click the ad on RagingElePhantsRadio.com.
TV and radio are great mediums for mass instruction, but for those times when you just want to hold something in your hands, there is the Damn Good Times. I still love the newspaper, but I'm tired of the liberal bias. That's why I reach for the Damn Good Times. Always full of interesting stories and great information, and you can have it delivered to your doorstep by calling 281-332-5710 or sending an email to news@thedamngoodtimes.com. Just $50 a year will get a full subscription. It's a great gift for all the patriots you know. Do it now.
I reckon a storm's a brewing. Reckon so.
Reckon you got a hotel?
Reckon no. Money's tight.
Reckon Priceline Express deals can get you a great deal wherever you mosey.
You reckon? We reckon. I reckon our work here is done. Vamonos!
Express deals, Priceline savings without the bidding.
Think he's happy?
Oh, I reckon.
Visit Priceline.com through the RER Marketplace.
Here's how to use the RER app on your commute and get the latest Liberty 411. First, download the RER app on your smart device, phone or tablet, Apple or Android. Search Raging Elephants Radio in your App Store or Google Play and hit the search button on your keyboard. Connect your device to your car audio system. Do it via Bluetooth or auxiliary jack. You riding old school? Stick in some quality earbuds and enjoy the serious HD stereo. No excuses. It's here. RER app.
Take us wherever you go. Raging Elephants Radio, streaming on your computer, tablet, and smartphone.
Well, a lot of people are not happy with Governor Greg Abbott because apparently he doesn't understand the idea of the Second Amendment. He doesn't understand God's permission. In fact, it was an order, Luke 22:36. The Lord Jesus literally said, hey, look, I don't care if you have to go naked. I don't care if you have to sell your cloak. Go out there and get you some self-protection. Defend yourselves. Luke 22:36, go check it out for yourself. Take it from somebody who knows the Bible. I don't know. Gregory Parker out of Montgomery County, former county commissioner of Kamau County, and prominent influencer in the Liberty Movement, Tea Partier from the very beginning. Greg, I don't know, man. Have you ever been on RER before? Have we had a conversation before? Have you been on RER? If I can't remember and you have been on before, that means it's been too long, my brother.
It probably has been too long. I think in the beginning we did, but it has been too long. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. You sound fantastic, and you're out there still moving and grooving. You're still out there running for office every once in a while. You're still mixing it up, something I'm very happy that you are doing, because when you are a county commissioner of Kamau County, you definitely earned your conservative, liberty-driven bona fides, that's for sure.
I appreciate that. When you have folks like Terry Hall in that county, you cannot make a mistake. She's on you.
Like a mad dog on red meat, I tell you, boy.
Yes, she was.
But it's happy to have you and your lady, your wife, in this neck of the woods. Very happy to have you guys in this part of the state doing the things that you're doing. And ladies and gentlemen, I would invite you to go to RagingElePhantsRadio.com. And in fact, if you're watching on the Facebook live stream or the YouTube live stream, I'm going to put up the web page for you guys to see it. And the very first article that's posted right now is Gregory Parker's article, Gun Control Attempts to Socialize the Individual's Right to Self-Defense. That's his op-ed posted at the very top of RagingElePhantsRadio.com this morning. I think it's this discussion of red flag laws and the advocacy of Governor Greg Abbott that's sort of moved you to pen this 2,100-word op-ed, Gregory Parker?
Well, that is one of the things that moved me. When It's actually a lot of it is taken from the book I wrote, Conservative Essays for the Modern Era, that has the forward penned by Lieutenant Colonel Alan West. It was when I looked at what's going on not only in Texas, but when I look at what's going on nationally, I really started to do a lot of research. And my son was in college at that time, and I thought, you know what? He really needs to know the truth. Not just what they're teaching him in college, but he needs to understand and know the truth. And so I wrote it for him. And then finding out last year, and then finding out a lot of these issues that are going forward here in Texas and nationally, it's just it's timely. So I put this together to release so that liberty-minded individuals can look at it and get a sense of what really is gun control. And really, gun control is nothing more than socialism. Point blank.
And explain how and why, because usually when we think of socialism, we think of fiscal matters. When you think of socialism, you're thinking of social matters and programs. How so? I think oftentimes the linkage between gun control and socialism or other political ideologies are lost. Explain, please, Greg.
Okay, yeah, I'll go into that. If we look, first of all, at the three basic things that are in common, we've got to look at these. We've got to get an understanding of this first. One, people want to be safe from harm, whether it be political harm, economic, or physical harm. They want political safety, economic safety, and physical safety. Number two, people feel safer in groups, that collective safety. That's the reason why you have classes, labels, gangs, even families, the mob mentality when some type of incident breaks out. And even politically, you have Democrats and Republicans. People feel safer in groups. Now, with that collective safety. Now, if you look at that collective safety, people will, through my research, will always choose collective safety and security over individual freedom, unless that individual freedom or that safety is better obtained through that individual freedom. Now, when we look at the overall arching, would people choose that collective safety and security? Now, whether it be long-term or immediate, will always result in socialism. And you can see that really clearly. I've laid a lot of that out in the first chapter of my book. Now, when we go toward gun control, we can see from the actual constitutional amendment a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. We know the liberal position on this is the right of the people. They would like this to be more of a collective, a collective. It is all of us saying, okay, you can't own a gun unless you're actually part of the collective, which means the military or militia. That is their thought process behind it. We liberty-minded individuals and the framers know that the right of the people was an individual right, not a collective right. It was an individual right. And what I find most interesting in this during my research is that the First Amendment uses the right of the people to peaceably assemble, petition for grievances, the right of the people to actually have religion and free exercise of speech. Liberals seem to think that right of the people in the First Amendment is individual, like we do. But all of a sudden in the Second Amendment, when it says the exact same thing, they want to say that is collective and not individual. So with that said, if that is the collective in and of itself, now mind you, people will, like I mentioned before, people do want collective safety and security because we all know and we all have given up our right to be some of our rights to the police. That's there. The police are out there. We acknowledge that is a collective security that is necessary. But notice after every mass shooting, you will see background checks and concealed handgun permits go up because the collective security offered by the government has failed in terrorist attacks, school shootings, illegal immigration, killing Americans, all those things. That collective security has failed. So with that, since that collective security has failed, we tend to go back as an individual, and say, we want our individual right to protect ourselves. Hence, we see more guns being purchased, more. So with that said, that individual right should be the one that's most paramount. Now,
the collective safety has failed. So, when you just said border security, which I've been focusing on like a mad dog on red meat over the last 2 weeks, extremely critical of President Trump, extremely critical of Governor Abbott, when we've had 354,000 approximate border crossings, illegal border crossings in the 9 months of FY 2018. That's a failure of the collective in which the people grant that power, or that responsibility, I should say, over to the government. And when that fails, what you're saying is, okay, the collective has failed, the invasion continues, people are finding the heads of dead people on their, literally the heads of dead people on their property. They're finding all types of atrocious, just bodies and mass graves out there. The collective has failed, and people have said, okay, if the government has let us down on this border invasion, or if there's some sort of crime wave, or like you have pointed out, mass shootings, terrorist attacks, then don't compromise my individual ability to protect myself. In fact, make it easier. Get me away from the collective and back to the individual, back to natural law, back to the Word of God, back to the Constitution. Gregory Parker.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying, because it's clear from the statistics and empirical data that people choose to do that once the government has failed in their collective responsibility. We seek out that individual safety, and we demand it. That's why when liberals ask me, oh, well, why can't we get gun control? Because you don't understand the fact that individual safety will always trump if collective safety has failed. Individual safety will come about, and people will demand it. The easiest way for a liberal to get our guns is for collective safety to actually to go well. Meaning, if it's a 10 or 12 years of peace, no mass shootings or nothing, then they can make that argument. But they can't, because you continue to have that. Even Governor Abbott, in his proposal, he mentions these are his suggestions to limit mass shootings. He already knows the government collective is going to fail. So why impede on my individual rights of safety?
Because Governor Abbott does what he does, which is the easy thing, and he puts his finger in the wind, and if it says there is some monochrome within Texas that thinks that there should be more layers of gun laws versus what the delegates of the latest convention said, once again, they want constitutional carry, the unfettered ability to defend oneself from the criminal element and tyrannical government. He's going to go what seems to be the easy thing, and it's profound. Santa Fe was a breakdown in collective defense, collective security. In Maryland, it was remarkable that they said that the police responded within 60 to 90 seconds. And we've said here on Raging Elephants Radio many times, when seconds count, the police are only minutes away. In that case, 90 seconds away, and 4 or 5 people were still dead. Why? Because your first line of defense is yourself. Greg.
Yes, it is yourself. And I think it's important that we understand now, while we do want collective security, people, we have an inalienable right to want it individually as well. And with that inalienable right and wanting it, we have to understand it's up to us, and it's our freedom to choose how we decide to protect ourselves. Let's look at just an example in Sweden. Of course, their gun control laws are pretty onerous, but now they even want to get it where you had a lot of Muslim attacks and things to that effect, and individuals and people wanted to actually wear body armor. Well, the government said, no, you can't protect yourself even with body armor. No, that is an assault type thing or military type thing. You cannot have that. Even when, they said, okay, well, we just want on guns, let us at least have body armor and bulletproof vests. Nope, can't do that. Because they want to continue that collective safety, and they believe that collective safety should trump all, to the point where even the collective safety should trump your individual rights to be safe from harm, and they want you to actually put the attacker's rights above yours. We've seen this. We've seen this even in today's society, when you've got Canada does it now too. When you look at if a criminal breaks into your home to rob and kill you, if you decide to use deadly force to shoot him to protect yourself, you can not only be sued by the criminal's family, or be prosecuted for you for protecting yourself.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And it's showing up here in America too, when you have
the opposite, the absolute upside down, total reverse of the so-called castle law or home defense laws.
Exactly, upside down, and it's just downright ridiculous. And I am literally floored with the fact that liberals want to claim that, they keep pushing safety through the collective, but yet they also push, okay, well, the collective has failed in immigration or failed in terrorist attacks, so we need to make sure the collective can keep you safe, but yet the collective keeps failing. So they want to take away our rights as individuals to give to the collective, and the collective keeps failing. That doesn't make sense. The collective keeps failing, but yet we want you to keep believing in the collective. No, I'm not going to believe the government can protect me. I should be able to protect myself.
We're talking with Gregory Parker out of Montgomery County, but he's held political office as a county commissioner in Kamau County, where he really became a statewide superstar just as a county commissioner in Kamau County. He really boosted his bona fides and proved that he's a conservative down to the bone marrow when he actually took the oath of office and sat in a seat of servitude. And we're happy to have him in Southeast Texas now and helping us out in various areas in this way. Hey, Gregory, I want to get you back to the book, but because of your political experience, I do want you to opine about the push-pull, the yin, the yang, the headbutting that's going on right now between Governor Abbott's red flag law initiatives, his gun control initiatives, and what the delegation at the 2018 convention and 2016 and 2014 said about Second Amendment rights, the right to self-defense, self-protection, the individual liberties that you're talking about when it comes to firearms. How do you see this playing out? Because there are several people that have texted me. I'm having more on this week because it's been requested of me to do a feature on this spat, very spirited spat that's going on right now between Liberty Movement, GOP, grassroots, and the governor's mansion on his gun control, that's what you want to call it, gun control, collective safety initiatives. How do you see this playing out as an experienced political activist and observer?
Well, I guess from one standpoint, I know what my hope would be, but I see Governor Abbott is probably trying to play, in my mind, he's trying to play the center instead of actually playing what's right. And I don't mean right in terms of conservative. I mean just what is right. Period.
I hear you.
He said in his own statements, he's already admitted that he's trying to limit mass shootings because you can't stop them. He's trying to limit mass shootings. And I noticed in his proposals, as I've read through him, his proposals, he's really proposing more government to be involved in this. I have a problem with that. And, with liberty-minded individuals, we don't want more government. It's more freedom, not more government. And more government can't bring about more freedom. They're counterintuitive. So I think what will happen is we'll apply pressure. We will continue to fight and continue to apply pressure. And I believe overall we'll win. Whether, Joe Strauss is on his way out and, you've seen him try to make some intern charges, things to that effect. Well, what you've got, I think, playing a part in here is what you've got is really the conservatives are going to step forward, and we're probably going to really kind of shut down what he's got. He's made his play, and that was fine. I don't really see this going too much further than this. He's made it. He's got some national attention, that type of thing. But I don't see this really going too far in Texas, especially when we're really trying to push for just straight constitutional carry. That is going to carry the day in my mind.
I don't understand why he continually tries. Just Republicans, because they have power, they don't have to share power with the Democrats, but they continually are throwing them bones. But Greg, I only have a few moments left, and I want you to talk about your book, because if the rest of it is as profound as what you've shared with us today and what is posted on RagingElePhantsRadio.com, it is something people need to put in their library immediately. Get to it and start reading it and get edified. They may be wrong on a few issues, and the words that you've penned may get their compass back straight again. Greg, tell us about the book, the name of it. Alan West has done the foreword on it. Where can they get it?
Okay, well, the title of the book is Conservative Essays for the Modern Era. It's a collection of 5 essays on topics I thought were important to, really important to my son, the truth about. And the first one is freedom and democratic socialism. We go in to talk about how what is freedom and what is democratic socialism, and how they are two diametrically opposed. And that is actually the foundation for the rest of the book. And we talk about identity politics, facts over fiction, and then we also talk about Catholicism and morality. We go into Second Amendment, gun control, and Islam. And so we go over all these topics. We look at it from a conservative perspective. We put the numbers and data to substantiate the points I'm trying to make, and we really lay out how the liberal agenda is not only taken over, but the fallacies behind all this liberal agenda on those topics. You can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle. It's available everywhere.
Guys, Gregory Parker. Greg, we're going to have to get you back in, man. I'm so happy that I saw the article, that you sent it over, and the whole 9 yards. I know you're involved with other stuff, and we're just going to have to coordinate and get you back on, because your input and your contribution is profound. It is encouraging. It's edifying. And we like sharp, smart people, tip of the spear, to be on this program, because there's so much that we can learn from your experiences. Got to have you on more often, man.
Well, I appreciate being on. And you know what? I actually need to talk to you. Maybe I should start a show.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Start a show.
That may not be a bad idea, my man, because folks may not know your background is heavy duty in communications. Heavy duty in communications. Saints and Patriots, that's Gregory Parker out of Montgomery County. Check out his book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. See if we can get a link on Raging Elephants Radio as well. Greg, thanks so much, man, and I will be in contact with you.
All right, man. You take care.
All right, I shall. Gregory Parker.
Bye.
Saints and Patriots, that's it for yours truly. I know. It needs an enema. And it may take citizen militia to get it done. But we are going to make it cool to be in at least the Texas GOP. I'm Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani, the Christian politician, your ultra-conservative soul brother. My enemies under the pink dome call me the purifier, and I like it. From Houston, the most awesome city on the planet, certainly the most diverse city on the planet, factually, racially diverse city on the planet. Yes, Houston, Texas, of all cities, wouldn't you know? May the Lord Jesus bless you. May the Lord Jesus bless the future, independent, sovereign Republic of Texas.